Welcome back to Narrations. Sometimes, the biggest threats don't come from enemies. They come from mistakes. Tony and Patty Tango are not ordinary parents. To the world, they seem normal, calm, composed, always in control. But beneath that surface, they're two of the most skilled secret agents working for the agency. Precise, efficient, unstoppable. And unlike most spies, they've managed to balance both worlds. Their missions are clean. Their identities are hidden. Their children are safe. Or at least, that's what they believe. Their kids, Nora and Terrence, live in a world shaped by rules. No devices without permission. No unnecessary risks. No breaking boundaries. Because Tony is strict. Careful. Always thinking ahead. Patty is warmer. More understanding. But she follows the same structure. To them, it's about protection. To the kids, it feels like control. Nora is sharp, curious, always questioning. She doesn't like being told what to do, especially when she feels like she's capable of more. Terrence is younger, more playful, but equally curious, especially when it comes to technology. And that's where everything begins. A game. Something simple. Something harmless. Or at least, that's how it looks. A new game appears. Advanced. Engaging. Designed to pull players in. Terrence is fascinated immediately. The way it works. The way it responds. The way it adapts. It feels different. Smarter. And without fully understanding it, he interacts with it. And that moment changes everything. Because the game isn't just a game. It's a system. A system designed to take control. Not just of devices, but of the world. Behind it is someone known only as the King. A hacker. A strategist. A mind that doesn't just create technology, but manipulates it. And through the game, he gains access. Not just to systems, but to the agency itself. To Tony and Patty. To everything. The breach happens quickly. Systems fail. Security collapses. Control is lost. And before Tony and Patty can stop it, they're taken. Not physically, but digitally. Trapped inside the system. And suddenly, the world's best spies are gone. Nora and Terrence are left behind. Confused. Scared. And now, responsible. The agency steps in, revealing the truth. Their parents weren't just strict. They were protecting them. Preparing them. And now, there's no one else. Because the system is locked. The only way in is through the game. And the only ones who can enter it are them. The kids. Nora hesitates. Not because she's afraid of the game, but because this is real. And for the first time, the rules are gone. Terrence, however, sees something else. Opportunity. A chance to do something. To fix what he started. And together, they make the decision. They enter the game. And instantly, everything changes. The world shifts into something digital. Bright. Dynamic. Unstable. A space where logic exists. But not always in the way they expect. Levels. Challenges. Rules that change without warning. And at the center of it all, the King. Watching. Waiting. Because this isn't just a game anymore. It's a trap. And they've just stepped into it. As they move through the first level, it becomes clear quickly. This world doesn't reward hesitation. It punishes it. They struggle at first. Missteps. Wrong decisions. Confusion. But slowly, they begin to adapt. Nora takes control of strategy. Terrence understands the system. And together, they start moving forward. Not perfectly, but effectively. Because now, this isn't about curiosity. It's about survival. And somewhere inside this system, Their parents are waiting. But they're not the only ones watching. Because the king already knows. And whatever happens next was part of his plan all along. The deeper Nora and Terrence move into the game, the more it stops feeling like something they can control. And starts feeling like something controlling them. The world inside isn't stable. It shifts, changes, adapts. Levels don't follow clear rules. What works once doesn't work again. The environment responds to them, learns from them. And slowly, they realize something important. This isn't just a game designed to be played. It's a system designed to outthink them. Nora tries to stay logical, analyzing patterns, predicting outcomes. But the system keeps changing faster than she can adapt. Terrence, on the other hand, begins to understand something different. This game isn't just about logic. It's about creativity. The way it responds. The way it reacts. It's almost like it's alive. And that's when they begin to work differently. Not as individuals, but as a team. Nora plans. Terrence experiments. And slowly, they begin progressing faster. Level after level, they move deeper into the system. The challenges grow more complex, more dangerous, more unpredictable. At one point, they're forced into a high-speed sequence where everything moves faster than they can think, platforms collapsing, paths shifting, obstacles appearing instantly. They fail. More than once. But they don't stop. Because now they understand something their parents always tried to teach them. Mistakes aren't failure. They're part of learning. And that realization changes how they play. They stop trying to be perfect. And start adapting. Meanwhile, glimpses of Tony and Patty appear. Trapped. Not fully themselves. Caught inside the system, their movements limited, their control restricted. The king is using them. Not just as prisoners, but as part of the system. Because their knowledge, their skills, their experience, all of it feeds into the game, making it smarter, stronger, harder to beat. And the deeper Nora and Terrence go, the clearer it becomes. This wasn't an accident. The king planned this. The game. The breach. Their parents being trapped. And now, them entering. Everything is part of a larger design. They finally reach a level where the world slows. Not because the system is failing, but because they've reached the center. And there, they meet him. The king. Not hidden. Not distant. But present. Calm. Confident. He doesn't attack. He doesn't rush. Because he knows something they don't. They're already inside his world. And everything here belongs to him. He explains. Not everything. But enough. The system was never meant to be just a game. It was meant to control everything. Technology. Systems. Infrastructure. The world itself. And now, it's ready. All it needed was access. And Terrence gave it that. The realization hits hard. This wasn't just bad luck. This was the moment everything started. And now, they're the only ones who can stop it. The final stage begins. The system activates fully. The game starts merging with the real world. Technology outside begins responding. Lights flicker. Systems glitch. Control shifts. And if it completes, there will be no separation left. The game will become reality. Nora and Terrence move forward. Not as kids trying to prove something, but as the only ones who understand what needs to be done. They face the system directly. Not by following its rules, but by breaking them. Nora stops trying to predict everything. Terrence stops treating it like a game. And together, they disrupt it. The system begins to destabilize. The king reacts. For the first time, he loses control. Because what he built was designed for logic, not unpredictability. And that's exactly what they bring. The final confrontation unfolds across a collapsing digital world, levels breaking apart, environments glitching, systems failing. But Nora and Terrence don't stop. They push forward. Toward their parents. Toward the core. Toward the end. They reach Tony and Patty. And this time, they don't hesitate. They bring them back. Not through force, but through connection. Reminding them who they are. Not just agents, but parents. And slowly, they return. Together, they shut down the system. The game collapses. The connection breaks. The world separates again. And just like that, it's over. Back in the real world, everything stabilizes. Systems return. Control is restored. And for the first time since this began, there's silence. Not empty. Peaceful. Tony and Patty look at their children differently now. Not as kids to protect, but as individuals who stepped up when it mattered. Nora feels it. That shift. That recognition. Terrence understands it too. This wasn't just about fixing a mistake. It was about growing beyond it. And as the family stands together, there's a new balance. Not built on rules, but on trust. Spy Kids Armageddon reminds us that mistakes don't define us. What we do after them does. If you enjoyed listening to this narration, please like, share, and subscribe for more movie stories. I'll see you in the next one.